Most people are using AI to save 10 minutes on email or just talk to ChatGPT. Meanwhile, solo entrepreneurs are using this to build entire businesses from their bedroom. So in today's video, I want to cover the best 5 AI business ideas for 2026, so you can start developing before everyone catches on. And for those who don't know me, my name is Artur. I'm a senior software engineer and I run my own AI startup, where me and my team are helping businesses automate their leads. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So a lot has happened in 2026 already, but there are some trends that are noticeably growing, and I'll try to cover the best ideas that I think are highest potential. So the first one on our list is actually YouTube/TikTok faceless AI content. So basically you can call it as UGC factory. So imagine an AI that is able to generate videos and automatically post it to different social media. So this is the exact idea. Is that before, to create say 10 videos per day, you would need a team or just spend all of your hours on this. Now you could be using AI technologies that are already on the market to generate almost human-like content that could be quite engaging. So for each idea, I want to cover topics like revenue, tools, what is the target audience, what are the pros of this idea, what are the first steps that you can take, and what are the cons. So in terms of the revenue potential for the faceless AI content, let's remove this card. We're thinking about 1 to 20K per month, and the startup capital could be only $100. So just to cover the subscription cost. And the reason is that revenue is such a big difference is depending on how many videos are you willing to pull out, how many channels, what is the content strategy. Because keep in mind, making the viral videos is not enough. You need to make viral videos ideally in the niche that is also paying enough. So you can go with the two strategies. One is where you make content that will get not as many views, but say it's a content related to business, IT, legal stuff, maybe useful tools, or it's an AI slop, but the views are crazy. Then there is also potential in that. So in terms of tools, I already named a few, but we're looking into ChatGPT for crafting your ideas, 11 Labs for voiceovers, Runway for animations, CapCut for video editing. But as I mentioned, you can use Kling for animating your videos, Midjourney to generate the images, Nano Banana from Google, and this is just to name a few. And so the target audience for this is the niche audiences. So for example, as I said, you can select a mode where you go in for entertainment videos, or maybe that's deep historical videos or any other educational content. So the pros of this idea is that you can be making passive income. But then once you automate the actual videos and you have a script that will be posting them, say 3 videos per day, and you have 10 channels like this, after this, that'll be much less work. So the first steps that you should take is actually picking a niche, as what I mentioned already, and post your first 30 videos. Because once you do at least 30, you'll then master the tools, understand the niche that you should go for, which videos are getting more views and which don't, and just get an overall idea of how it works. So the cons of this is takes time to grow and algorithm dependent. And as I mentioned, the initial start to automate this could take some time. So this also could be a cons. All right, so let's move to our next idea, which is AI chatbot agency or /support bots. And that could be used for, again, 2 scenarios. One is when you want to automate the actual support, or second, when you actually want to automate sales. So say you're a fitness coach or a business owner and you receive some leads that are texting you, then you might not want to spend your time replying to them manually. And therefore, you can use AI to do this for you. So the reason this could be a good idea is because the revenue could be quite high as well. You can start from $3,000 to $15,000 a month, so you can charge the custom setup fee plus ongoing maintenance fee. And the startup capital again is quite low. You can start maybe with $200 because you can again use tools that are already there on the market. So in terms of tools, you can use something like ChatGPT API for automating the LLM, or you can use Autoflow. If you're working with leads, then you might also want some CRM integration. Then you might also want automatic follow-ups, maybe team assignment, maybe a human handoff system, and so many more things that are common with this. And all of this is already handled by Autoflow. And you can start for free today. I'll leave the link in the description. Check it out. Who is the target audience for this? And the target audience could be local businesses, e-com store owners, clinics, and this is just to name a few. Obviously, the possibilities here are almost endless. As I said, there could be also other agencies, there could be coaches, and basically anyone who receives at least 2-3 messages per day. So the pros of this business, it is recurring revenue, because once you connect to your client, then it'll be just working for you. And you can have 24/7 value proposition. We can add phone calls here and many more ideas that you can build on top of it. Analyze the other team's sales and just overall provide your feedback and consulting. So you can actually twist this business idea quite a lot. And what are the first steps? is build one free demo for a local business and just show them the result. Maybe don't charge them until they see the actual value. And the worst case, you'll get another project for your portfolio. So the cons of this idea is that client management could be paying with the ongoing support, especially if client wants something that is customly built. Therefore, you want to use tools that are actually reliable and have quite a lot of functionality already. All right, so let's move to our next idea. The third idea that I have on my list is basically AI lead gen agency. As you already know, sales could be quite challenging and you might need so many tools. Start finding leads with Apollo, then maybe enriching them with Clay, then maybe running a campaign with some LinkedIn automation or Instantly or any other automation for outreach. You might want to reply to them. Then you want to turn them to schedule stuff, retargeting them, qualifying leads. So lead gen could be quite complex, and therefore people are willing to pay for it. But today, with the modern tools, you can really simplify this process. Maybe use AI to automatically run multiple of these steps for you, and even run AI enrichment agents or automations that'll be helping you build the sales pipeline and find more leads. The revenue for this idea could be again quite high, and the reason is every single business needs more leads almost every single time. Therefore, it's an easy sell, and if you can actually find a way to solve this problem, especially with the today's world where you can have so many tools in your hand, and all you have to do is just use them. So the start capital for this could be very low, a few $100s. Again, because the tools for this are a bit more expensive because they're B2B tools. The revenue could be quite high. That could be up to $25,000 a month. There are actually quite a lot of lead gen agencies that making this much money easily if you look into other competition. And the tools you might need for this is Clay, Instantly, Apollo, GPT for writing content, depending on how you want to structure the handoff process for once you're done with your service. Then there is also target. So the target for this is B2B. There is also agencies, SaaS, and coaches. So these niches and industries should be quite demanding of a lot of leads. So therefore, they always need them, and you can charge thousands of dollars for one campaign that you'll do with Instantly. Maybe you'll do A/B test of different outreach, warm up their email, and so on. So the pros for this is it's high ticket clients, again, because people are always willing to pay for this kind of stuff, and it's result based pay. So maybe you schedule your deal in the way where you say, hey, it only costs $2,000 to start. I'll do the A/B test. And then if we bring you more than 10 leads, then you pay us $3,000 extra, depending on their product value. What are the first steps that you can take for this is learn how to do cold email. And the reason that is email, because this is one of the easiest sources to do outbound, where with WhatsApp, that could be illegal with so many ways. With phone calls, if you run AI, that's also in some countries is highly regulated. With Instagram, there are some limits. With LinkedIn, you might need a bit more complex tools. Very nice account. With email, you just have to warm it up for a few weeks and just find good quality leads and run the campaign, really. So the cons is deliverability issues and the learning curve. Of course, setting up all of these tools could still be quite hard. And even if you use AI to help you, you would still need to learn and watch some tutorials. But that is the skill that they'll pay you for. So it's definitely worth investing. And our fourth idea is vibe coded SaaS. So now that there are so many vibe coding tools on the market that you can literally be just like this guy, chill, listen to music, wear your sunglasses, and make the AI write the code for you. And there are, again, so many different tools for this already on the market. The tool quality are also getting better and better. So you can literally prompt AI to build the app for you. So you can ask it to say, build a tool that solves this specific problem, and then charge a monthly subscription for your clients. So maybe connect Stripe, do Google authentication, and inside maybe serve it as B2B SaaS, serve other businesses issues, or maybe mass market app, like a sleep tracker. But again, in 2026, this is more and more possible, and it's easier than it's ever been. So this is the right time to get started with this. And depending on your idea, of course, the revenue could vary quite a lot. As you can see, 1 to 50K per month, depending again on what is your idea and how big of the problem it solves. The startup capital, again, could be very low, $300, depending on the tool you use. There are already some free tools on the market. There are some paid tools, but it is definitely worth exploring. So the tools that you can use are Cursor, Mocha, Bolt, Lovable, V0, and many others. But basically pick a tool that you like and just prompt the AI to write the code for you. So the target is, again, depending on the niche you're serving, depending on the problem that you understand. And it is okay if it's not super new and you're not disrupting the market with your idea. As the book 0 to 1 says, maybe find something that already works and just make it better. So what are the pros of this? It is your own product. So it is unlimited upside. You only started basically. You own a tech company at this point. You can start it in maybe 20 minutes. So what are the first steps? Is solve your own problem first. It is always good to be testing your own app, and especially if you deeply understand the problem, or if you can use this app yourself to solve your own problem. And what are the cons? It needs marketing, and there is a lot of competitions these days. But the cool part is that there are so many people that are still not caught up with the AI vibe coding in 2026 even, that you still have probably this whole year ahead of you that you can just use to really build a really good app. You can be focused more on the marketing and less on the tech. And last but not least is we have AI digital products such as prompts, templates, and maybe courses, or like a school group. The reason this could be a very good idea is AI is everywhere. Everybody is learning how to do AI stuff. There are still so many complex tools like N8N, Make.com. People want to learn how to do this, and therefore you can master it yourself and then start your own paid class, maybe pre-build some workflows that you can resell later, since AI agents will probably be the main thing for 2026. And therefore, really good ones will be operating depending on their prompt. What are the revenue potential for this idea? So here we're looking at $500 to $10,000 a month. Again, depending on how much do you sell, what is the value of your template, then the startup could be zero really, or maybe $10. So the tools that you want to use is ChatGPT, Notion, Gumroad, Warp School, but really it could be also Make, N8N, depending on where you want to build your template. But probably N8N is one of the most popular ones for the template specifically, is what I have on the screenshot here. So the target audience for this is creators, marketers, and small business owners. Even if it's a small one, then you can just come to them and say, hey, I can solve this problem for you, and just set up this template for them. You don't even need to tell them you're selling the template, but you can just reuse it. Or if it's someone more professional and want to do maybe something similar to you, then you can basically save their time and just teach them how to set it up for other businesses and provide them the templates. All right, so what are the pros for this? So it's 100% passive. Create one, sell forever. This is mainly speaking about courses or templates again, because you really need to think about it once really, unless you want to maintain it, but maintenance part is usually not as much as the initial creation process. So the first steps for this is you need to package your best prompts, workflows, or course around AI. But in order to really make a good AI course, if you don't want to sound info gypsy, you need to understand what you're doing really. So you need to learn your own prompts, workflows, maybe master N8N, maybe learn how vibe coding tools work, maybe learn how to store data, understand the real business problems, try to find really good solutions for them. And then you can really start your own maybe school community and charge maybe $200 per month for people to enter. And there are quite a lot of people that are making huge money these days with this. All right, so what are the cons? So the cons are it could be low ticket and it needs audience. It sounds like the main thing about 2026 is no longer about building a thing, it's about promoting the thing. Don't you think? Because you already have AI agents, you already have coding agents, you have AI automations here and there. So all you have to do now is just learn how to use these tools, actually use them, put it all together, come up with the actual good solution, and then promote it. That's about it. And this will probably make a very successful business in 2026. So here are ideas. And one of the main things I want to mention is start with one idea, master the tools, and then scale. So I'm actually curious, what do you think about these ideas? Do you see the potential in one of them? Would you be interested in trying one? So leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll be happy to chat. And I really hope that you can succeed this year with your own business idea and leverage AI to help you with this. And if you watch it all the way to this point, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel so I can upload more videos like this. And I hope to see you in the next one.